Welcome back to my channel. I'm Alton, of course. This is probably one of the most important that I'll ever do. Of course, I bring to you safety items inside of vehicles. I bring to you as far as how to navigate different things, I guess you can say, from the test drives that I do, different things of that nature, how to navigate possible accidents, things of that nature, and how vehicles possibly do that. The reason why I call this one of the most important is because you have a possible mask that you could put on with the coronavirus pandemic being about right now. That's why I call it the most important. So I'm going to help, and this is halfway done. I'm going to help to create these. For the sake of time, I am going to shorten it. That's the reason why I went ahead and did half of this. But I'm just going to show you how to create your own mask, because I've been everywhere, from hardware stores to automotive stores to Walmart, Home Depot, Publix, you name it, I've been there in order to get masks. Now, these are things that you saw on the counter of most stores, next to nothing 4 or 5 weeks ago. Now they're hard to find. So what I've done, now you can tell great value, that simply means Walmart. This is a vacuum cleaner bag from Walmart. This is for a Hoover vacuum. You may have a Bissell, you may have different vacuum cleaners. As long as you can get a vacuum cleaner bag, that's all you need. Now, outside of that, these were already laying around. So if you live with a woman, have a daughter, or whatsoever, these are probably something you'll find in your home already. And all this is a clasp or elastics that women will typically do, or man, of course, man bun, that you can do for your hair to hold your hair in place. So you definitely need those. You need your vacuum cleaner bag. Now, I'm a little bit more advanced with mine. You see a lot of people just use these. You see a lot of people use rubber bands. I don't like the fact of using glue because of whatever's in the glue, the things that are in the glue that you possibly could smell, or you put it against your skin. So I don't want to harm myself or my family. So what I have is just a basic needle with thread. And of course, if you don't know how to knot your thread, definitely get advice on that. That will not be covered in this. But that's all I have there. And a pair of scissors. So there again, I'm going to hold all this up. You have your elastics, scissors, vacuum cleaner bags, and basic thread and needle. So what I'll do here, and hopefully you can see this. Of course, I'm not the most important part of this video. Now it's going to be how to put this together. One of the reasons why I use the vacuum cleaner bags is because the bags are already made of certain filters. So you're filtering out a little bit more than what you're going to do if you put in a cloth, if you put in a part of a t-shirt, a part of a sock over your face, or even something you use for coffee. I like using a vacuum cleaner bag better than those, simply because it's already built with certain filters for dust, particles, different things of that nature. So once I take this out, I've already made two. I always love to go through and kind of see the finished product before I introduce it to you. So this is one that I've already made. That's what it looks like now. As you can tell, that's pretty well crafted into pieces. This is what the bag itself looks like. Of course, originally you would plug it in here and it would suck all up, and then it would actually inflate itself from the standpoint of this once it gets full. Once it's full, then you take it out and you do away with the bag. But continued use, just depending on how much you normally would vacuum your home. So I have it here. You can see on the sides, this is primarily what I want to focus on. Of course, this one is still usable. I could do that, but I prefer not to do so. So this is the part here that I want to focus on, which is the rippled side. All I'm going to do now is come to the side. You don't even have to undo the portions there. You can just simply take it and cut it. And that's just enough to get your scissors in between, because this is the most important side here that you primarily want to keep. That's what's going to cover your face. So I'm going to go in. So we're going to start slow, and then of course I'm going to cut and edit. As you already know, I don't like to edit much because I want to be actual and factual, so you can see the process from beginning to end of when I do this, rather than cutting and editing, and then you're looking like, oh, that's only going to take me 5 minutes, when indeed it takes you longer than that. So there again, just getting my scissors in. And what I'm trying to do, so the bag itself is more of You can see kind of 2-ply. So you have 1, then you have 2, and then you can separate those. And that is one portion of the bag, or one siding, or one wall of the bag, as you can see there. You have to make sure you cut both. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut both of those. And when you do this, go ahead and cut it the full length of the bag. That way you can shorten it at your own will. Okay, so that's one side. So I got that completely cut open. So all I'm going to do now is go to the other side. And the sides, it doesn't matter if you butcher it or whatsoever. So I've got that completely cut open. This, there again, is the most important part. So I'm going to cut this side. And then once I have this fully cut, I'll show you exactly what you're doing. Now it does get a little bit more difficult because you've got to make sure you have both plies, because it is 2-ply. And by the way, it's a sunny day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think we're expecting a little bit of rain. Yesterday, I did happen to get out of the house for a bit and went hiking. So there you can see, I cut 1 ply. So I'm going to go back and cut the other. And this is the softest part. This is almost like tissue, but it doesn't break as easily, of course. Now, typically, I wanted to cut these in one cut, but I didn't get the other. I was too busy talking to you about my local area here. Now, I'm just going to cut this off. By the way, are we still recording? Okay. So that's exactly what this will look like. So once you have it all said and done, that's what it looks like. This is the next step we're going to do right now. So all you have to do is take this portion right here. I'm going to, is that? So, there you go. So that's more of the finished product, or the section you're going to put over your nose, of course. You can take your elastics, just put it on the end here, and all I'm doing is flipping this over. So once you have it flipped, now I'm going to take my needle and thread and go in. And you just want to get it as close as possible. So you want to get this as close as possible. And all you want to do is just take your needle and thread, and you're just going to put a seam or create a seam right down the section here with your needle and thread. And you want to get it in close, so you don't want that to be able to move, or I don't want it on mine. It doesn't matter how you do it. As long as you put your needle and thread to attach, you can attach it to your ear and it actually wraps around. Now, you can use glue, you can use a clamp, you can use anything you want. I just chose to use needle and thread. Now, I've already knotted the end of it so it doesn't come all the way through. And the good thing about this, I'm not going to wear it one time. I'm going to wear it more than once. Probably 3 or 4 use before I do that. Now, I did wash my hands. Of course, that's very important before you start to make this. So that's one. And I normally will space these out pretty good. The thing is, you just want to keep it from coming apart. And you can see the needle going through. I don't even take it back for a second. I just primarily will do one, go down, and you want to get that knot in there. Of course, as with sewing, you want to get that knot in there as close as possible. One of the best ways I found to do this is hold the needle at the base of the last insertion, and that gets the knot as close to the material as possible. So there again, we're just gonna put this one in here. Not the greatest at sewing, so it's not about the way you get there. It's about the finished product. All right, so I'll hold tight right there. So that's what, I can go ahead and cut this. That's what the end product looks like here. So you can see it's already sewn into pieces and it's got a good grab, good hold, so it's not going to tear to pieces. Same thing that I've done here. So all you have to do, you don't want to show the side that you just cut. So all you have to do is go ahead and wrap this part around your ear. And you're going to do this with the other side too. So you can come here and got you covered there. And you're going to take the other section and do it just like this. So this is exactly what it looks like. And you can tighten this part to your liking. You're covered. You're covered. You're not breathing as you would with any other a wrap or a rag or a t-shirt or a sock or whatsoever wrapped around your face. Now, if you wanted to go more or less next level because you're concerned about the open parts around your nose, you can take your paper clip and you remember earlier when I was talking 1-ply, 2-ply? Almost sounds like bathroom tissue, doesn't it? You can come here, separate it, which is what I've just done. Now you can open up your paper clip, just like that, put it inside, put it inside. You just want to put it inside the top. Go ahead and put that over your nose, clamp it down, and wrap it around once. And of course I need to move this a bit to center it more, but you get the point of when I put the paper clip on, I can attach the other side and it holds the portion here right in place. Now that's not exact, I don't have it exact because I've yet to finish the finished product, but that's what it's going to look like. That's going to hold it down out of your eyes as well. But yeah, so you can have that appropriate once I finish it. And I'll be right back to show you what that finished product is going to look like. Yeah. All right, so this is one of the finished products. Now, I would bring this down on mine a little bit lower, but this one's going to be for my daughter. Of course, her face and everything is configured a little bit different than mine, so it won't sit. It'll fit more appropriately over her chin area to hold it down. But I put my pen in. As you can see, it's well contoured. It's not in my eyes. It's contoured around my nose. And I also have it attached there. Now, the parts that I stitched, I have it attached underneath, so it kind of looks seamless coming through here, as you can see. But yeah, so this is the final product. And of course, to take it off, just unstrap from around the nose. There's the part that I actually stitched. Same thing here. And paper clip. If you have tape, I'm not going to use tape on mine. Your paper clip actually just came out. But yeah, so that is the finished product. That is exactly what it looks like. Hold on a second, don't move. I'll show you exactly how it fits. But in the meantime, stay safe. Make your own if you can't find one. If you can find some, if you can find someone that's willing to share, definitely get your own mask. But this is the only thing, primarily this with a set of gloves, that's going to keep you protected. Because let's be honest, we all have to go to Publix. We all have to go to Walmart. We all have to go to a Home Depot, a Lowe's perhaps. Automotive, you got to get your car serviced. And you know how much I love automobiles. That's something that's always going to be a part of your life. So as you get out and you do those things, stay safe.